Beretta 950 in 25 ACP. It's a semi-automatic jet fire pistol. There's no extractor. It just, the blowback actually removes the expended round, the expended casing, and then loads another. This gun's very accurate and reliable, and I have done a couple of different reviews on this pistol in the past. It's one of my favorite little pocket pistols. But the reason for this review is to show how to break it down, which is very simple to do. But also, I was contacted recently by the BBC, and they asked me about this pistol. And what happened was a father, or actually a stepfather and son, were out and found a little jet fire just like this one. And so they were playing around with it. And of course, in the UK, handguns are banned. So they were playing around, and they thought they'd take a couple of pictures, and the stepson took the gun and put it to his head and pulled the trigger and fired, and injuring himself. He didn't kill himself. The real unfortunate part about this whole thing is the stepfather is going to spend 5 years in prison because of just possession of a gun without reporting it, which is absolutely ridiculous. But when the BBC contacted me, they couldn't even get a hold of a gun, the BBC. And so they saw one of my previous videos, and they wanted to take some footage. And I actually made some footage for them to use because they wanted to show about the safety, and so this wouldn't happen again. In fact, I would have a link to the footage they used, but I can't seem to find anybody that'll give me the link. And I think because it's been edited to say a lot different than what the way I presented this pistol. So, and that's the reason also for the footage at the end. But these little pistols are very safe, very accurate and reliable, and they're very fun to shoot. Now, with this little Beretta 950, there are two ways to load this pistol. Take your magazine, put it in the magazine well, which is the bottom of the grip. Grab hold of the back of the slide and pull it towards you. Release. The gun is loaded. On safety, this gun is fully loaded and ready to fire. The second way to load this pistol is the way it was designed, and that is to put the magazine in the magazine well, take this little lever with the tip-up barrel, which makes this a very safe design. The gun can be loaded with less of a chance of accidental discharge. It can also be unloaded with this little lever popped up. It reveals the bullet, and it comes right out. A very safe feature. When asked if it could be assumed that this gun was unloaded just because of the absence of a magazine, I'd have to say that anyone with any firearms experience would know that the gun has to be charged before the gun can fire, so there would be a round in this chamber. But someone with no experience whatsoever in firearms could believe that the removal of the magazine means that the gun is unloaded. But this goes back to the 3 rules. Number 1, always assume that the gun is loaded. Number 2, always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Number 3, never put your finger in this trigger guard until your sights are on the target. If you follow those 3 rules, there will not be any accidental discharges. Now, I've had a lot of requests on how to break this gun down. And first, I'm going to show you this little tip-up barrel feature, which is really neat. Allows you to load easily, but it also allows you to clean it very easily. So you can clean it without any kind of danger of pointing the barrel even in your direction. And you should always clean a gun from the chamber forward. But if you, there are some guns you can't do that, but if you can, you should. Also, the face here where the firing pin is, this should also makes it very easy to clean. Now, to break the pistol down, you just continue the barrel over, pull your hammer back. Of course, you're going to make sure that it is unloaded. This gun has been safety checked numerous times. We pull the slide back just a little, and then lift it up in the front, as you can see here. So you pull it back and lift it up a little bit in the front, and then it just slides right off. As you can see, there are 2 metal tabs here. And those tabs correspond with the 2 tabs that are here in the slide. Now, this gun is broken down. You can remove the magazine, the grips very easily here with a screw on either side. One thing that you'll notice is because of the way these springs are, the grips will crack eventually, and so typically, and mine have just a little bit, but it doesn't interfere with the functioning of the gun. Now, what I want to do here is, again, where I put those little tabs, and I want to see behind there, these little tabs here on the rear of the slide, I want to put that in and match it, and then it's done. Pull the barrel around, you're back in business. Just an excellent, very simple design, but very accurate and reliable. Now, while the 25 ACP is not the most potent round, in fact, I would call this pistol a micro compact because it's so small. There are many times where I carry this little pistol in my pocket because it's so small to where there's not really anything else that I could carry. And with 8 rounds here in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, I feel pretty confident carrying this. In fact, where you place the shot is really the most important. Now, to give you a reference of the size, this is the 25 here, and here is a 22 long rifle. Pretty good size difference in the diameter. Then we have 380 and 9mm. So it gives you a little idea of the size. And of course, with the casing, there can be much more gunpowder, so the ballistics are going to be much better. So I would highly recommend this little Beretta. It's a lot of fun. It does have a good place with your personal protection, and it's just a great little piece to have. You will not regret picking up a little Beretta 950. Search your feelings. You know them to be true. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic. All too easy.